Hello guys, my name is Alex Gomez and on today's video we're going to be sculpting a stylized female torso. So let's get to it guys. So first I'm going to start with a polysphere. So you just grab it from here, press the comma key, go select the polysphere, 3D, boom boom, and there you go. You get your polysphere. Okay, turn off the perspective and let's modify this guy here. I'm going to press the R to scale, press X, oh it's already there, the symmetry. I'm just gonna scale it up, perfect, and I'm going to polish this part down here. Yep, perfect. Then I'm gonna use the move brush and I'm gonna move this right there, get the curve, this curve there. I'm gonna dynamesh. This is like a too dense a little bit there, so let's dynamesh that. Dynamesh. Nope. Okay. Let's polish this. You wanna get these brushes? Just make sure to visit my Chrome store. Okay, so it gives like a really nice curve right there. Okay, perfect. And that's good. Then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna paint a polysphere, and this polysphere I'm just gonna move it, scale it down, move it down here, scale it a little bit up, scale this way, press X, and I'm going to scale it down here, scale it up here, move it to the side, make sure that you get like a nice curve, move this up, and you can like get this kind of like shape right there. Okay, now that you have this, I'm gonna add a neck, so a paint and the neck, a cylinder. Let's take the cylinder, scale this down, scale this up, down, and let's move it here, scale this up, down, like that, and let's tilt it a tiny bit right there, boom, something like that. Just place it right there. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna polish this part a little bit. My easy polish brush. Let's take my first subtool. Let's polish this right there. Okay, so it's kind of like looking right. Perfect. So now that I have that, I'm just gonna create the shoulder. So I'm gonna paint another sphere. Okay, I have this sphere. I'm gonna press R, I'm gonna rotate it, and I'm gonna dynamesh this anyway, so it doesn't matter as much. Just gonna rotate it like that, and I'm gonna create the shoulders. And this is gonna go kind of like a little bit like that. Let's use the move brush. I'm gonna move it. Okay, I'm gonna move this to this side. I'm definitely gonna go C plugin, mirror, merge into one subtool, and okay, that's great. I'm gonna add the arms, and the arms are gonna be another sphere, another sphere cylinder, sorry. Move it here, scale it down, scale it up, and this is probably super small. Okay, something like this. Something around there. Just gonna open the arms a little bit more, kind of like there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go back to the shoulders, press X, and let's move this out a little bit. So make sure that you know, like the shoulder kind of like goes in a point like that. I'm gonna go back to this guy and I'm gonna just lift this up tiny bit. So that's gonna be like my traps right there. Okay, I'm gonna back to my arm. C plugin, mirror, and press X as well. So I have like the base shape right there. Okay, so now that I have the base shape for my stylized torso, what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna merge everything and dynamesh. So merge down, boom, and dynamesh everything together, and I'm just gonna smooth it out right there. Okay, perfect. That's good. And so for now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start kind of like a carving, blocking more shapes. So let's do that. I'm going to start probably with the clay buildup, so BCB for the clay buildup. Okay, and I'm going to kind of like build that rib cage a little bit right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, boom, boom. Build it here. That's good. Let's take a little bit of this part. It goes like that. You know, I'm gonna kind of like build this whole plateau here. And I'm just kind of like building just the shapes. And goes the shoulders here. And the shoulder goes there as well. And let's build this part here as well. Okay. And you see this part, how this can be like that. That actually goes, you know, like the armpit. Has to go kind of like the armpit right there. So you can adjust it this way. Perfect. Okay. You see, so you have kind of like the armpit right there, that kind of line. But this we're gonna fix it. We create our breast right there. Okay. So I'm just kind of like a pretty much like setting out like a little bit of volume for the abs, the rib cage, this part of the muscle that I think is pretty cool. And this one's all the way here. It's kind of like building a little bit that part. Okay, you can take the BDS and kind of creates that line here, kind of like it goes a little bit higher here and then goes not higher but wider and then goes all the way down. Oof, too much. Nah, just keep it straight, man. Keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight, keep it straight. Make sure you put your lazy mouse for that part, because if not, it's not gonna work out that good. So I'm just doing this and smooth it out. Okay, right there. I can PCB the clay buildup, and I can just kind of like feel this muscle right here. Something like that. Like that. Let's fill this one here a little bit more, and that's looking nicer. Okay, perfect. Now you see like the traps goes from here as well, like something like this. And I just kind of like building, and now I'm gonna start kind of like shaving as well. So I'm gonna start shaving this part here. There you go. Let's shave this. And let's build this. Oh, not like that. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna turn perspective on because I like to work perspective. Okay, so let's do something like this. I'm gonna change and fix it a little bit. I need to know where my clavicle is gonna be. So let's put it smaller and let's do it like that. Straight goes curve and curve here. Okay, there you go. And now you see what's my problem here is that this has to go like that. Okay, so I have to get rid of this curve right there. It's Dynamesh if you need to. Okay, and let's make this bigger like that, right there. Like that. Something like this for the neck. And let's see this. Carve this part a little bit more right there. I'm going to use the move brush and I'm gonna move this part, the muscle right there. And let's Dynamesh that. Okay, perfect. Now PCB again for the clay buildup, and I'm just gonna carve this area here a little bit, like that, right there. And obviously this part kind of has more volume right there in the neck. Okay, perfect. That's looking good, I think. This part has to be a little bit up, this here, because right now kind of like it goes up and down right there. And let's bring the shoulders down a little bit. Okay, it's a matter of observation. A lot of these things is mostly observation. Okay. So I need to put this shoulder more like that, like in a pointy way, because the shoulder kind of like has three group of muscles, the deltoids, like one here, one there, and one there. Okay, so let's go, and this part of the inside the biceps, like it goes like that. Okay, and let's build a little bit this part here of the biceps, not like a too muscly, just regular. Okay, I'm gonna go with the not like that one. Control Shift my knife curve and curve. I'm just gonna knife this out like this. Okay, just kind of like a nice, just for a nice stylized torso. Okay, so you can apply like actually these techniques here for your own female characters. Let's bring this inside a little bit more. And if you want to find like some reference, you can find those references in this really good book, Anatomy for Sculptors, as well. It's really good. So like, you know, as I move, I kind of like start kind of like creating shapes and pretty much like, you know, kind of like make it look goodish. Oh, good, I say, but yeah. So I kind of like smooth this out, smooth this out, smooth this out, smooth this out, and that's kind of like, it's not that that's it, but you know, you pretty much have a really nice rough torso right there. I will need a little bit more. So I already kind of like start like doing the breast right there. So I'm gonna go with the clay builder PCB, and I know that the breast kind of like that goes from here and has the shape right there. Okay. So pretty much I kind of like I start building some volume here, kind of like in circles right there. Okay, something like that. And just make your stroke a little bit bigger. You can also like add to like spheres, but you know, this it feels like more natural, like sculpting like that. I just like just the feeling and the exercise of sculpting that way. Okay, so let's keep filling a little bit more, and I can just use my inflate brush and inflate this part like that. I can Dynamesh and smooth this out. Okay, and let's go with the PCB again, PCB, and let's keep building a little bit this part here. Okay, build down all the way there. Then let's build a little bit here, this part of the chest muscle. Okay, let's be this ES. I kind of like I want to define this part a little bit more. Right there, there, and that's gonna go like all underneath the armpit. So I can now, I know where that goes, kind of like a carving to the armpit a little bit better. Okay, perfect. Let's use your knife brush and let's go all the way straight. Boom, right there. With shift you go all the way straight, pressing shift, control shift. Let's go to my dynamic one. Let's go back to inflate, and I'm just going to inflate the breast here in this side. Okay, and let's smooth this out, and let's move it a little bit. Okay, and as you always can see, like I'm always trying to what I was gonna say, to move by rotate everywhere around. Okay, so you know, like you're catching the perspective good or not, or what. Okay. Okay. Let's make this part a little bit like that. Okay. And pretty much like we did this in 15 minutes. Not that far, not that bad. I can add this part of the muscles here, so I can just kind of like add a little bit more of details in this part. I can just Dynamesh once again. Like you can see, remesh this and keep working, but you can just do it as well like that. I'm just gonna bring them inside a tiny bit like that, and I can go like a Control D2 and kind of like get this a little bit better. Even you can use this as a 3D print and have it as a reference for your other sculpts or whatnot. Okay, so now that I have this, probably has to go a little bit further like that. I can add a little bit more of detail in this part, but let's fix this first. Okay, so BDS, I'm gonna go like something like this. Okay. Yes. There you go. Smooth this out. PCB again. Let's build more here. This part. That's good. Perfect. Let's go and let's take the pinch brush and just pinch over here. And smooth this out. That's good. And then I can just take the BDS, the damn standard brush, and I can just kind of like carve this part of the abs right there, something like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start filling these abs a little bit more in that way, like that. Okay. And I'm going to smooth this out. Okay. And just keep it smooth. Don't worry about the losing any details, because you don't need as many details right there. Just keep. I'm just gonna fill this out a little bit more here in this part. Okay, let's go. And let's use the time standard again. Here. Let's start like that. And like that. Just smooth it out. Okay. Then let's fill this muscle right there. Just gonna fill this one up here. And all the way down here. Let's carve a little bit this one. Tiny bit. There's a difference between the two of them. Right there. Something like that. And you can take the easy pinch and kind of pinch. Nope. Let's pinch this. Right there. Something like this. And then kind of like something right there. And just smooth that out. Okay, have kind of like pinch this part here for the omoplatos or palette. How do you call that? The shoulder blade. Okay, and definitely there's some stuff here going on. I have to fill out a little bit. You can do either with this one. Don't be scared of polish it, so you kind of like it gets pretty even. And right here, you definitely have to go with this muscle a little bit more like that. I have to fill this out. That goes kind of like underneath the shoulder right there. And now I can have the easy pinch. And just, that's too big. Just pinch this way like that with the shoulder and pinch this right there for that side as well. I just smooth it out just to have those kind of like marks right there. Okay, perfect. It's probably super look. I'm just gonna smooth this out more. I'm gonna take the damp standard and BDS, and I'm gonna make a little bit right there. Oops. Let's smooth this out. Maybe I should just take the lazy mouse here and do something like that. Perfect. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna turn off perspective, and I'm just gonna cut the neck this side like that. Oh. The subdivisions, I'm just gonna delete lower, and let's cut this right there. Okay, BDS, and I'm going to mark this part a little bit more. Lazy mouse, lazy radius. Okay, that was too much there. Have to be very gentle with this so it doesn't create those kind of like dots right there that I don't really like. Let's carve a little bit right there in this area. And smooth this out. And perfect. You have this like this, kind of like it hangs a little bit, the chest right there. And right there, perfect. Smooth this out. Okay, let's bring the curve of the back a little bit more. This curve and this out like that. To bring the chest in that area a little bit more to the front. So it's kind of like a matter of perception, like, you know, you have to always keep moving around and see how everything is looking. Okay, so pretty much you have here your stylized torso. And you can add some nipples, but if you don't want to get that detail, but you know, whatever, you can just add them. Never add them like a right in the middle, that doesn't look good. Just add them kind of like pointing this way. Something like that. Okay, and let's fill out a little bit this part here. Okay. I'm just kind of like working in a couple of details and things, and oof, not that one. Clay buildup. And let's go right there, like that. Smooth it out. Let's go. Oops. I'm going like too straight with the clavicle, and the clavicle kind of like curves like that. So let's do this and just smooth this out. Okay, so perfect. So you have like a stylized female torso. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It wasn't a quick one. It's a good exercise, a good practice. So like I really like starting from scratch, practice anatomy. Even though I have my base meshes and stuff like that, I really like to practice this anatomy. Just kind of like it will improve your sculpting a lot. So make sure like keep practicing this, and see you next time with another video. If you want a specific tutorial, just let me know, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video every Friday. See you next week, guys. Bye.